Some time back, I had posted a video on a handle which was operated mechanically by turning the handle, and there's a gear mechanism so that the number of rotations will be increased compared to your hand rotation. That is a 4:1 gear ratio. But now I am going to introduce this one. This is a electrical drill. You can see it rotates when you press the switch. It will rotate very fast. This is much more easier for me to use, but of course much more expensive than the handle which I used long back. And this handle has several advantages. That is, you can fit bits of different sizes. For example, this is one of the smallest drill bits which I have. Very small drill bit. And we have graded different sizes of bits like this. It could be even much bigger drill bits, and you can have still bigger drill bits also if you want to drill a hole in the wall. For example, if you have to pull your antenna inside into your shack, sometimes you may have to drill a hole in the window pane, or maybe on the wall also. Sometimes you may have to drill if you want to pull the antenna cable into the shack. For that you need larger bits. This was the large bit if you want to drill a hole in the wall. It is very large, and it can go through and through a wall also, because the thick length is quite good, so that it can pass through a brick wall. Recently I had to use it for another purpose, so I know this is quite useful as a tool to bring the antenna cable into your shack. Now, how do you fix the drill bit? You can turn this so that the opening inside will either decrease or increase. You can see that it is becoming smaller as you turn it this way, and if you turn it the other way, the opening inside will become bigger. After that, you can put the drill bit inside and tighten it. You have tightened it, but this is not enough for a mechanical drill. You have to tighten it much more. For that, you need a device which is known as the key for the tightening. There are drills without this mechanism also, in which you can push it and it will click and lock, but this drill is not like that. You have to put a key-like mechanism and tighten it so that this will not come out. The drill is going to rotate at a very high speed and sometimes into a hard surface. So if you don't tighten it, it may just come out, or it will just rotate without going inside the structure which you are drilling. So that's why you need to tighten it. And I'm using a bigger drill bit just for ease of demonstration. A small bit will not be seen well on the video. That's what I thought. You can see you can run it at small speed, or you can run it at higher speed also. And there is another mechanism in this. You can change the direction of the rotation. This is an adapter here which you can use to change the direction of rotation. For example, you can see now it is rotating in one direction. Look at it closely, and suppose I push this. Now if you see, you can find out that it is rotating in a different direction. Now it is rotating in the opposite direction. You can push the latch back and it will start rotating in the previous direction. Now what is this? Drill has another purpose also. This is a screwdriver type of adapter which can be fitted into the drill. You can see there are different types. This is a usual type of screwdriver adapter. This is a star-edged. Different types of adapters are there. You can see the other side also. Plenty of them of different sizes are there. It's a very small screwdriver adapter, and each one has two types of bits on either end. So you can use for different types of screws as well. and this is a simple one. I'll change the other one and fit this and show you. I'll remove this using the key. Does not come out. You need a little more force for that. I have removed the original adapter, and now I am putting it's a little more space, so I'll have to make more space here, and then this goes in. The screwdriver adapter goes in. I am tightening it first manually and then little more using this key mechanism. Now it is tight, it will not come out. So now you know why the reverse mechanism is needed. Suppose you want to drive in the screw, you can drive in one direction. When you reverse it, it goes in the opposite direction. This is especially useful when there is a screw which has been there for quite some time and it is tight. You are not able to pull it out using your hand screwdriver, hand-driven screwdriver. Then this one comes very handy. You can either drive in the screw or get it out. You don't have to run it very fast. The speed you can always adjust manually. And nowadays there are also smaller drills which are battery operated. They have a rechargeable battery and you can plug it and charge it and use it much easier than this one, which is quite heavy. This is quite heavy and using it for screwdriver operations may not be that ideal. Many of the local electricians and other workers, I have seen it being used. They use it in a very handy fashion, and they use it also for driving self screws or screws which do not need a prior drill hole. They'll just put the screw adapter there and just drive the screw inside without drilling a hole prior to that. What I usually do is that I drill a small hole and then put the screw. Most of the time I have been using only a manual screwdriver. I use this seldom because first of all I didn't know that this mechanism is there, and I didn't know that these bits were there in my bag. For quite some time it was there, but I never used it because it's a little difficult to use for a newcomer. Because you have to give a very graded pressure on your hand so that it will not rotate too fast. If this rotates too fast, it will damage that screw, because if this is so fast, the screw will have a groove in which to fit the screwdriver, and if you run it very fast, you will end up damaging that part and the screw will not be useful for any further purpose. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe as well. This is VU2JO signing off.